Hello, this is Humanities 1301. And so you're wondering, I'm sure, why are you in this course? Other than your advisor or your student planner maybe led you into this course. So what is it? What did you sign up for? Okay, and so humanities, the way I'm running humanities here anyway, is we're stressing breadth over depth. We're going to cover a lot of periods. I liken this course to the Chili's sampler platter. Right, so when you go into Chili's, if you don't know what you want, you get that platter that's got a whole lot of everything on it, but not in great quantities. Right, so that later on, if you're more interested in the chicken or in the cheese fries or something, you can go back and you can get you another serving of that later on, another order after that. So, like this course, if you end up liking theater, if you like literature, if you like art better, you can follow up with, in the future with more things. So that's why I call it the Chili's sampler platter. So what are we going to do in here? Well, we're going to talk about civilizations. What kind of artistic stuff comes out of civilizations? We're going to it'll be things like Joseph in the Bible. So why in the Bible, right? What is Joseph important in Genesis? And it's for two things, right? Because God has doubly blessed him both to receive dreams and to interpret his own dreams, because those don't necessarily have to go together. You can get one without the other. But what we are concerned with in this course is the more fundamental thing. It's that Joseph is kind of like an empty vessel. He gets his identity from God, who is going to, in his case, doubly bless him by shoving both the dreams and the possibility for interpreting dreams in there. This is the exact opposite place where we are today, right? So if we think of today, like what makes you important, we tend to think that it's a lot of the stuff that you see in movies. We're going to talk about this much later in the course, but we seem kind of stuck to a certain extent in a romantic mindset about who you are is who your essence is, your inner essence. You're going to dress like this. You're going to get a car to match your inner. All of that. All of this is kind of a fabrication, right? This is Sigmund Freud, the psychologist, not because he was right about all the weird stuff, but because he was important because he got us to think about our subconscious, and this is kind of like our inner being and our essence, but it really smashes together with a lot of other stuff from the formal movement of romanticism that still kind of lingers. All right, so now, for instance, we tend to think that you can be a good guitar player, for example, if you do something like follow your own calling, your own spirit, whatever word you want to have for it, your individual talent. Almost never works like this, right? But everybody, y'all probably have, maybe in some other context, but your buddy who says, you like in high school, say, you learning guitar, or are you going to take lessons? And the guy goes, no, man, I'm not going to take lessons. I'm going to keep it real, right? And the actual, like it's in here, right? And the job of the artist is just to get it out. It doesn't work like this at all, but we tend to think like it does, and that has profound consequences for society, right? So we're going to talk about what makes these things. Why do we end up thinking like this? Why do, even now we tend to think like this in terms of artistic production? Okay, so that's in a nutshell, what we're going to talk about in this course. You're going to do a whole bunch of sort of short things for the breadth. We're not doing a major paper as the course is configured right now anyway. And I think that's long enough to just give you a sampling of what you have got. And you're going to go on to the following screencast. It'll be in a lot greater detail. So what's going on with the mechanics of how do the assignments work, about how many of them are there, reading, all that sort of stuff.